Welcome back, you degenerates, to the
That was a good one.
#1 gambling show in the world. This is Betting the Diagonal. I'm here with my buddy Morgan and my good friend Greg. And I don't know who stuck around for the whole 2 hours of the NBA special, but man, what a waste of time that was, huh, Morgan? 2 hours.
It's only a waste of time if you played. It's only a waste of time if you played the plays, but if you came here for the content, for the laughs, for the fun, the memories, you had a great time.
Of course, just break.
That's what it's all about. Realistically, that's what it's all about. You know,
Listen,
who cares about losing money?
I really think it was the hat. That's kind of why I fell apart. The hat and sunglasses really did it to me. You know,
a little rambunctious.
Here we go again.
Listen, I knew it was over. I had to apologize to Greg. Greg said maybe 10 words. Greg gets to talk, and Morgan's in timeout for the next 20 minutes.
Me? I get to talk tonight.
Yes, you get to talk tonight. I promise you. But I just want to ask what happened. Right. Real quick, I just want to ask what happened. Why you're so bad at betting the NBA? I thought you were the NBA guy.
So here's what happened, right? Let me lay it out for you here on a silver platter. The NBA is a game of runs. You don't know how the runs are going to go right off the rip. You know, the better teams, they should win and everything. They don't sometimes. We're after a little bit of a cold start. Once you get into a rhythm, see what the rotations are going to look like, what the free throw percentages are, because that's a huge key for any time you're betting basketball in general. Once I see how the lines are looking and everything, we're going to heat back up real fast. A minor setback. We're going to come back really strong. I'm guaranteeing nothing but winners from here on out.
Oh yeah,
not every single one though. Not every single one. But we're gonna have a much better percentage. Days like that will not happen again unless Billy just keeps talking so much that I have to keep drinking the entire time again.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. It wasn't that I FaceTimed you. You were wearing no shirt, and I told you to clean yourself up in 5 minutes.
Yeah, you put me on the spot.
I FaceTimed the kid. He's wearing no clothes. I said, go outside, jump in the snow, call me back in 5 minutes, let me see you. He looked like a whole new man 5 minutes later. But, I mean, that's how it was with college basketball. Now we're both over 50%. So, like, it takes a while to get to where you want to go, because teams, especially in the beginning of the year, you don't know how they're going to actually play together, especially in this year. This year is crazy. But, what was I going to say? I just had, like, all my power just went off like half a second. It just completely threw me for a loop.
In there.
Yeah.
In there. Morgan will send you some candles.
Yeah.
I stocked up. I'm not going cold again. I even got an extra blanket today.
That's it. It takes an experience to be able to prepare for the next time.
Yeah, absolutely. How'd you do in NBA this week, Greg?
Yeah, so, you know, if people stuck around on the podcast from last time, they would know, unfortunately, I went 0-2 on Tuesday night. I was not on the Nets bandwagon to start the season. Not saying that I haven't hopped on moving forward, but, yeah, it didn't go so well for me on Tuesday. Golden State didn't play nearly as well as I thought they were going to. And, you know, I, like everybody else, probably in the public, had the Lakers. You know, seemed like a shoo-in. And, you know, started off real slow, picked it up in the second quarter, gave me some life, and, you know, just totally dropped off in the second half. You know, LeBron's standing backwards on the fucking at the free, not even at the free throw line, on the block. You know, talking to Tyronn Lue on the side. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? You're down 10 points right now with 6 minutes left. Get your fucking head in the game.
Yep. Like, we were in Discord together last night when it was happening. And I looked up and I was like, I'm turning this shit off.
Yeah,
like,
I was watching it live and I'm like, yo, Billy, look at this. He's standing backwards, not even paying attention. You know, if he misses, he's not getting this rebound.
Yeah. Like, I'll never understand why people think that he's the greatest player of all time when he does shit like that. It boggles my mind. Like, you can't do that. There was no effort given in the first quarter by the Lakers. None whatsoever. Really throughout most of the game there wasn't. and it became a 3-point contest, and they were winning it. They were winning it in the second half, and they came close, but the better team won. They don't look all that good, by the way. That team doesn't look like it meshes very well. Like, I don't know what.
You got a lot of new pieces that are going to take a minute to get used to each other. So you got a shortened off season, let alone the fact that we're starting the season 2 months after the regular season or championship ended. You want the team that went the deepest, obviously. It's going to take a minute.
Stop. Me and Greg talked about this last night in Discord as well. That is some nonsense. These are professional athletes. They had 4 months off. They had 4 months off, and they played 25, 30 games. I don't want to hear it.
Chemistry's a thing, though. Chemistry's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
It's a real thing. Like, I work in a restaurant. I don't take days off. When's the last time I took a day? I just work 16 hours. Guess what? I'm back there next morning, baby.
Mm-hmm. And sure, chemistry's a thing, but when it comes to the guys that already had chemistry, like LeBron James and Anthony Davis, Dennis Schroeder was the best player on the court last night for the Lakers.
Absolutely.
And he just stepped in day one. That man almost triple-doubled on his first night silently.
Mm-hmm. Morgan, you remember when you were laughing at me when I picked him in the mock draft? Like, he's going to stink. Yeah. Maybe you don't remember anything about the NBA.
I don't remember ever saying that. I feel like I was on a pro Dennis Schroeder guy, but was it a bachelorette night? What was going on? Was I drinking?
Could have been. I don't remember. We did a lot of
I think the fedora was on.
Oh yeah, that was a bachelorette night for sure. Yeah. That was fedora, sunglasses, and cigar night.
So let's get into some football. We have a Friday game. We got Saturday game. We got Sunday games. We got Monday.
Very exciting.
We got games all weekend. I honestly wish they had a Christmas game. I really do. But
Friday is Christmas.
Yeah, that's right.
It is Christmas.
I don't know what day it is anymore. I keep thinking tomorrow's Christmas because of work.
Right.
I'm not touching anything on the Saints game. I don't know if this makes that team any better. Like, I would lean Vikings, but I'm not playing it. I might have the Saints in a teaser or something, but I don't want to touch it. But the first game on my board that jumped out immediately was Chargers -3 against the Broncos. The Broncos have 0 secondary. I don't know why the line's 3. Like, I get Keenan Allen might not play. Who else might not play on the offense? Nobody, I think. But
is Mike Williams back to full health yet?
Yes, he is back to full health. But they looked at Guyton more than anything. They looked at Henry, and against that secondary, Justin Herbert is just going to light up the Broncos. So even if it's at +125 on multiple it's -3 at -125. Like, I'd wait for the line to go to 3.5, honestly, because I think they win by 10+. So normally 3.5 is a bad line. You shouldn't play it, but in this case, I'm not worried. So I'll be on the line. What about you guys?
Yeah, I think that line's only so low because in my opinion, the Chargers just find ways to lose football games, and it's no fault to Justin Herbert. That guy's having a ridiculous rookie season, and the defense just hasn't been what it's supposed to be. They lost a lot of pieces. Derwin James, Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa.
Yes.
And, they're just letting up points in, barrages. And, Herbert could throw 3-4 touchdowns, and they still have a chance of losing the game. Therefore, that's why they're 4-9, right? 5-9 now? Yeah, 5-9.
5-9. Yeah. Mo, you have any opinion on this game?
I mean, I don't really have I agree with where you guys are going at. My thing that I like in this game is what I would play in it is hit the over 49. That's where I would go. These two teams, just going their stats, the Chargers are 8-3 in their last 11 to the over. So, it's just some good trends going on right there. Broncos defense, like we already kind of went over, it stinks. Herbert's going to put up some points. So, over is where I'd go, but I don't care about this game that much. Give me some player props, Herbert throwing some touchdowns, and then you can talk. We'll talk.
Yeah. You're gonna give us an article on props this week, so I know what to play.
Yeah, I can do an props article this week. I've been so lazy. I haven't.
You see where I had to look.
Morgan.
It was because he could look us in the face.
Morgan, I'll make your life easier. I'll throw you some. Just copy and paste it.
Ooh.
All right, I like. It's. I've literally sat there and written something each of the past couple of weeks, and I just stop and I look at it and I'm like, eh.
Listen, man. I told Sean, the guy. Everybody knows Sean was on here a couple weeks ago. Like, if you're listening to us, you know who Sean is. So, well, most likely, I should say, he's the producer. He works with us on FFD. I was like, listen, I really honestly don't have time to do DFS. I don't have time really to edit Morgan's shit. Like, the next couple weeks, he's like, all right, so we'll just we'll take a break. I was like, yeah, that would be fucking awesome. The next game I'm looking at. Let's get back to the picks. Raiders versus Dolphins. I'm not looking towards the line. I'm looking at the under. And I'll give you a reason why. Vegas knows something we don't. The last 9 Raider games, the game total has been over 50 in all but 2 of them. And it's been like, those 2 games, it was like severe wind. So, I don't know. The line's already moved from 46.5 to 48, and I love it even more. Like, I might wait till it hits 50, so I can take the best line. But when Vegas knows something we don't, I don't like it.
It may be because the Dolphins in 4 of their last 5, from what I'm looking at, 36 or lower.
Yeah, and they fired their DC, but I don't even think that matters all that much. I just think the defense might just play a little bit better, knowing that they're playing for a different defensive coordinator.
Yeah, and who knows which Mariota's going to show out. Wait, is Derek Carr? Derek Carr can't be coming back this week.
Derek Carr's never coming back.
Derek Carr was a full participant at practice today. He is making a miraculous recovery.
Really?
Full participant at practice.
Well, you want to know something great? I would love the under even better if Derek Carr played. So, I really hope it is.
Right, you got a gimpy-ass quarterback in the pocket.
He could be full health. That guy stinks. I think they get rid of him. I don't know what they're going to do with that guy. He stinks.
He's got a lot of money on the books. A lot of money.
So does Carson Wentz, but people talk.
Yeah, but it's not a good situation.
Hey.
It was him
we
said
no Carson Wentz slander is allowed here.
Listen, bro, he'll thrive in Indy, I guess.
He'll thrive in Philly.
He'll die in Philly. Which one of you guys had a play on this game?
I got to play on this one. I'm going to say I have the Dolphins -3. The Dolphins are the best team in the NFL against the spread this season. They're 11-3. They're fucking phenomenal. They're actually a very good team. I think they're peaking a year earlier than I would have expected them to, which means next year I'm extremely excited where they're going to go because they happen to also have a top 10 pick in their war chest coming from the Houston Texans.
Yep.
So you're going to add another weapon potentially for Tua, maybe a guy like a Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, who's probably going to might win the Heisman. Maybe you continue to build off of Brian Flores' defense. Maybe a guy like Micah Parsons add to that linebacking core would be huge for them. I love the Dolphins' future going forward. I'm not the biggest Tua guy, but he's shown me some things that I like a little bit more. This game, I think the Dolphins are going to make the playoffs. I really do. I never in a million years would have said that at the beginning of the year. But I think when they get into the playoffs, they could do something. They might be able to make some noise. And I think this is a great chance for them to really just put the final nail in the coffin of the Raiders, get them out of there. I've been saying for weeks and months that John Gruden is the most overrated coach in NFL history. This is a good, nice little statement. We're a playoff team game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like that take. I also have Miami -3 in this game. Dolphins are full of game managers. And that's working for them. Tua, he's not. I don't ever see him being an elite quarterback in the league. He's going to be a game manager. He's going to be a left-handed Alex Smith.
But there's a place for that. That's the thing.
There's
a place for that, and we've seen him have success. If you put the right pieces around, Devontae Parker looks like he might be back this week. You put the right pieces around him. Mike Gesicki is very hot and cold, but if he's hot this week,
He's hurt, isn't he? He's still hurt.
He was about to play last week.
It's wild. That's
why
wild.
I just
lost my fantasy championship.
The text that Mike, when I sent you the screenshot of my fantasy team, like R.I.P. Mike Gesicki, I was like, well, fuck me.
Well, me too, because he would have scored another touchdown or got a couple more catches, and I would still be playing in the playoffs. I'd be playing for the championship right now, without a doubt.
And you probably would have won.
I definitely would have won.
Yeah, I just the Dolphins, they clearly don't need all of their offensive weapons to win football games, because they just they make things happen in all aspects of the game. Special teams, defense, and offense. It's a good, well-rounded team that I'm not like over the top about. They're not winning a Super Bowl within the next couple of years, but if we're talking about the here and now, I see them covering a -3 spread against Vegas.
Yeah, I think so. And I think since both of you are on it, I might have to go the other way. But
dude, I'm hot on football. Hot.
So am I.
Hot.
It's the only thing I can do right now. No, I do like the Dolphins -3, so I will be going with that most likely as well. But I will wait for the under. Hopefully to hit 50. If it hits 50, it's a lock, guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Guaranteed. We don't like to use the word lock on the show, but it's guaranteed.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, I say it all the time. I'm allowed to say it. I'm the host. Next game on my card is the Rams. On some books it's a pick 'em, some books it's a -1, some books -1.5 against the Seahawks. And Morgan said he had the Seahawks. I'm interested to hear why, because it's the wrong side.
I'm honestly starting to hedge a little bit on that.
I told you it's the wrong side, and it's just that simple.
No. I'm just thinking about it. Come back to me in 5 minutes. You talk first. Let me think for a second.
It's simple. It's very, very simple. I want to see, Greg, can you figure out why the Rams would be the right side?
Why the Rams would be the right side? Because they got embarrassed.
Yep.
The Seahawks have been on, in my opinion, a pretty constant downward trend. Ever since they went 6-0, they've looked like an average, honestly, below average football team. Not to say that they are. They have the pieces to win a Super Bowl. But, when it comes to how they played in the past 8 weeks, it's extremely underwhelming. The Rams got embarrassed, completely embarrassed. That's something that, will go down in folklore of the 2020 season, is how this played out.
Yep.
And, Aaron Donald, he's just going to chew through the offensive line. He's angry. I think that whole defense should be angry because, granted, the Jets scored on the first drive.
As they always
do. That's a lock. We all know that's going to happen. But, to be down, what was it, 20-0 at halftime?
Thought it was 13-0 at halftime.
13-0?
Could have been 20. I don't remember. It was a lot of alcohol ago.
Yeah, that's fair. But, just to go a whole half of football and not score on the league's worst passing defense, and it doesn't even matter that Cam Akers got hurt. The Jets are, they're good against the run anyway. That's not a problem. And Quinnen Williams got hurt, and they still didn't do anything in the rushing game. So I think the Rams have no other choice but to be out for blood.
Yeah, I flipped. I'm Rams +1 now.
There you go. That's what I thought.
I'm officially. I will also add that though. I'm going to take the under 47.5 that I have.
Really?
So Rams have an extremely good defense. They, in this division rival matchup here, they're going to stymie one another. It's going to be a low scoring game. I think it's going to be like a 23-21 type game. So I like the under in this game for sure.
Yeah, I don't hate that either.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, you talked me into it. I'm going to be Rams +1 as well. I like your logic, man. The it makes complete sense, the revenge game factor coming up here. I also like kind of I just said, your big rival in your division and everything. Rams are still, like I said, I don't know if I said it on one of the episodes a couple weeks ago, or if I just said it to you Billy, privately, that when they're at their very best, all around the field, I think the Rams are one of the top 2-3 teams in the NFL, talent and everything. When they put together their perfect game can beat anybody.
I agree with that.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree. And, this game is for the division lead.
Yes.
So, they're both 2-2 in the division. And who took the game between them earlier in the season? I don't recall.
Rams took game one, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm already Googling it. No.
I really just don't remember.
Yeah, it's going to take me a second. Like I said last week, I'm not young Jamie from...
Yes, Rams won 23-16.
23-16. Yep. All right, yeah, so, they already have that tiebreaker down. But, the winner of this game will, clearly have the division lead. Seahawks will be up by two games if they win. That I guess that would take the division right there, right?
They would win. Yeah, they would. If they took it, they would win the division. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way that Rams could take it. So the Seahawks win the division with this game. The Rams win this. Rams win this game.
Then it would come down to a Rams loss, Seattle win.
I think there's an avenue that the Rams could win it this week. Maybe, but I'm not sure.
Listen, the only thing you need to know is you take the Rams money line. Simple as that.
I like that. Yep.
Yeah, you guys well at a +1.
As Morgan looks over his shoulder, watching another losing NBA bet.
I am covering the betting diagonal page I'm losing currently, but my live bet I am now up. I'm winning the live bet, so that's a good one here.
Yes, sir. Before I go into my Jacksonville Jaguars theory that has to do with the Jets, who else has a line? Has another pick?
I got a couple picks here.
Hit me.
I'll do a little quick one. I have Colts -1.5 on the road versus the Steelers. Simply enough, two teams on total opposite trajectories right now. Steelers stink. They stink at football.
That's a hot take.
Dude, I do not think they're good. Even when they were winning in week 6, 7, 8, 9, they weren't overwhelming me. They weren't making me say, wow, this team is really, really good. Like, they were going to run into problems. And, the Redskins, I don't think anybody really, saw that as their biggest problem. But, that was the beginning of a disaster right there. So with that being said, Colts win this game. They have an opportunity to take the division lead against the Titans. And the Titans have a really tough game against Green Bay.
I don't know. I told you before I absolutely hate this game because I think what happened on Monday is they didn't fully practice. What is that sound?
I needed a snack.
It's so loud in my ears. I think what happened was that they were looking ahead. They didn't practice in full most of the week. I don't know. I felt like I should have saw that and should have taken the Bengals, but that's neither here nor there. But they were looking ahead to this game, which actually means something to both teams.
It does, and honestly, it should mean more than anything to the Steelers too, because if they continue this trend that they're on and they lose this game, and the Browns handle the Jets as they should, the Browns have the division lead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who would have thought Browns might win the division? Who would have
fucking thought?
What a fucking world we're living in.
Imagine the Browns win the Super Bowl, and I'll be so furious because I had a Browns future last year. doing the
Did
Super
you?
Bowl. Yeah, I did. I did it when we were in Vegas, like high in AC.
Oh, wow. You're too early, bud.
Yeah, well, maybe next week I'll get into that right before playoffs about what teams I have futures
Okay.
on. I have a couple futures.
All right.
You have another game before I get into
Yeah,
my
I got
rant?
two more here, but one more that I actually want to talk about. And that's Eagles +3 on the road versus the Cowboys.
You getting a +3 somewhere?
I got +3.
I have -1.
-2. I have -2.
Yeah.
I have -2.
Yeah, buddy.
I wrote these notes late. Did I read it wrong? Did it say -3?
On the book that
it says no. It
me and
says
you
minus.
use,
Yeah, it says
it's -1.
-2.5. It
I
says
have
minus
mine.
2.5. I mean, regardless. Okay, I thought that line was weird to begin with, but okay.
Yeah.
-2.5.
Let's
stick
that's
with
a
that.
5-point swing. You still want it?
I absolutely still
That's
want it.
That's like you were teasing it, and then the book was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, sorry, you didn't put that in right."
Yeah. My eyes
there.
are playing tricks on me. But yeah, I take the Eagles up to -6.5.
That's a real hot take.
I don't think the Eagles are a full-fledged good team, but I do believe in Jalen Hurts. I think Billy can attest. I think I said this in a previous episode. I've been calling for Jalen Hurts for almost more than half the season already.
Morgan's about to yell at you.
And well, I'm sorry, Morgan. It was if you want even an attempt or a sniff at the playoffs, Carson Wentz better get a fucking seat cushion for that pine bench. He better get a cushion, bro, because his ass is gonna hurt.
Yup.
Not saying he won't thrive later in his career, but Jalen Hurts, he is taking that bull by the horns, and he's making things happen. And as a football fan, and even as like an Eagles fan, for you, like, how can you not enjoy it?
I don't know how we can't enjoy it. I've been texting him every day, try to change his mind. Will you stop eating chips in my ear?
Sorry. It's not that I don't enjoy it. I do enjoy it. Jalen Hurts has provided a nice spark, a lot of energy. We just got the live cover. Fuck yeah. However, we're now 2-7.
That doesn't count. You didn't post it. You didn't post it.
But I've got the money that I played. So, anyway, back to football. I do like what I've seen out of Jalen Hurts. I'm not a Jalen Hurts guy per se. I don't know where I think he's going to be like a Lamar Jackson, where the league's going to figure him out when they have a chance to think about it and watch some film on him. But he's doing some nice things right now. He played great this
He's
past
a better
week.
passer than Lamar Jackson.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Lamar stinks. Lamar stinks. Can we all agree?
No.
You're an idiot. Lamar stinks.
I don't think Lamar stinks.
Stinks is a big word. I don't think he's good. I say stinks for very special
mediocre
people. You stink.
Really?
You're not good. You're not mediocre.
2-7 in the NBA. Couldn't be me.
You played 2 games.
Well, you play what you know. I knew those 2 games.
Get there. I'll end higher than you. It's okay.
Talk to me about Carson Wentz, Jalen Hurts. Talk to me.
Thank you for bringing me back on here. This jabron over here throwing me for a loop. Carson Wentz, Jalen Hurts. Carson Wentz is at his peak when he's playing right. He is a far superior quarterback. Far superior. I think we both can agree on that, right?
No.
All right. Well, I do. I'm the Carson Wentz guy regardless. So, anyway, I think that in this game in particular, I'm on the opposite side. I actually have the Cowboys +3 in this one. Division games, these games, a lot of times they go back and forth between the two. These two, they hate each other. This game is in Dallas. If I'm not mistaken, Dallas has fans in their stadium.
Correct.
They do.
That's a big factor right there. That is a big factor. The Eagles have no fans coming to any of their games. And you can see it in, when we're playing in Philly. That
you can hear the whimpers of Carson Wentz from my couch.
Go blow yourself. The men are talking right now.
That was good.
But going back to the whole Jalen Hurts, Carson Wentz thing, yes, Jalen Hurts has done some very nice things. I do like what I've seen out of Jalen Hurts. He has shocked me. I will eat crow on that. I did not think he would do as well as he has done so far. Do I think it's sustainable? I don't know. I don't.
Right.
For the rest of this season, it might be. Next season, a few games, sure, maybe, but he's not Russell Wilson. He's not going to be Russell Wilson. So
nobody thought Russell Wilson was Russell Wilson before he was Russell Wilson.
Very fair point. Very fair point. I just don't see. But again, this kid's proven throughout his entire professional career and everything. He overcomes obstacles left and right. He was a starter for Bama as a freshman, won a title, lost his job in a title game to Tua, had to sit and ride the pine basically, transferred to Oklahoma and was great. Nearly won the Heisman. He shouldn't be here. Nobody expected him to be here. So, you know what? I might be wrong completely. We'll see what happens with him.
Yeah, and the only reason that I can't agree or disagree with you on what you said before, that Carson Wentz, I don't remember exactly what you said. Like Carson Wentz at his best is better than Jalen Hurts.
He is a premier quarterback.
Okay, the reason I can't agree with that is because I've only seen Jalen Hurts in 2 full professional football games. As to where, I've seen Carson Wentz at his best playing at an MVP level, but then, getting hurt in like week 13 or 14 and not even being remotely the same quarterback anytime after that.
Yep.
So,
and that team, sorry to cut you off, but that team's still winning the Super Bowl.
I think we're discounting the fact though that yes, since 17 he maybe hasn't played MVP level he was, but his past 2 seasons were very good. He had I believe the year before last year he went 27-7 over 4,000 yards passing with us out there playing receiver and tight end. The year before that he came back. He missed the first 2 games of the season. He still threw for 3,800 yards. I believe he had 26 touchdowns or 26 or 28 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. It might not be the electric that he was, but I think it's very different, stark difference in the 2 teams as well. That team in 17 had a lot of big weapons. They were a big play offense. Defenses have figured out Doug Peterson. I think Doug Peterson stinks. I think he's one of the worst coaches in the NFL. I think that's hurting him. He doesn't have an offensive coordinator at all. Doug Peterson thinks he's the smartest offensive guru in the world when he's not. So I think that what Carson has shown that he can do, even without those things, I think this year he had to take it upon himself and look like he has to play hero ball. He has to win a Super Bowl, basically, because he finally got out of the Nick Foles shadow. Okay, what are we going to do? We're going to put a Nick Foles statue right outside the stadium. All right, Nick Foles goes to Jacksonville. We're moving on from that. Alshon Jeffrey or whomever the anonymous player was claiming all this crap about Carson Wentz being a whole big knee guy, all this different stuff. Finally gets away from that, and he comes back last year, puts the team on his back, carries them to the postseason, throws for 11 touchdowns in the last 4 games with nothing, gets himself there, and then they go out and draft a quarterback in the 2nd round. I mean, this guy is just getting the kitchen sink thrown at him every single season. And this year, he had to see it again. It's like, all right, what do I have to do? What's the only thing I can do? I have to be the best quarterback in the world. I have to win a Super Bowl outright, And you saw him playing hero ball. That's not Carson Wentz's game. So I think once you give him a off season to get his mind right and everything, I'm excited. Like I said on Monday, most improved player next year, Carson Wentz. I will be putting that bet in as soon as I get the chance.
It'll probably be with another team.
Yes.
If it does, it'll be one. If it does, I think it'll be one of the biggest mistakes the Eagles organization has made.
See, I don't know. I'm absolutely wholeheartedly willing to give Jalen Hurts all the opportunity in the world because the dynamic of quarterback is changing, and he's not Lamar Jackson. He doesn't have that. He has the skill set of Lamar Jackson, just not as prominent in the running game. Although he's making the running game work fantastically so far.
Yep.
And Dallas is bottom 5 against rushing. So that only assists me in my pick towards the Eagles this weekend. I'm going to put a little sprinkle on the over as well. It's 49.5 right now.
I'm not touching this game whatsoever.
No? Okay.
Because Washington's game got moved to 1 o'clock. So if they win, this game is meaningless for both teams. Both teams are out. Both of them would be deflated. Listen, if I'm going to wait for that over-under until game time.
Mm-hmm.
If they find out that both those teams are eliminated, I'm taking the under. They're going to be deflated, come out with no energy. They'll be upset that their season's over. That might be my play.
What do you think the Redskins do, though, if Alex Smith can't come back this week? And are they suspending Dwayne Haskins?
No, they fined him. They fined him $50,000, $45,000. But I don't know if he's going to be allowed to play. As far as COVID rules go,
Kyle Allen is still out, if I'm not mistaken, isn't he? He's
I believe so.
He's done.
I think he's dead.
I'm checking that depth chart as we
That would be very
speak.
interesting.
So they might have a situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's just food for thought. You know.
They did. They flexed that game to 1 o'clock.
Yeah, they flexed that game to 1 o'clock.
When was it supposed to be? A 4 o'clock game? It's 2 East Coast teams.
Yeah, I don't know what you want from me. I'm just telling you the information I got. I don't make the schedule.
All right, Adam.
People are putting. People are putting. What was it? Browns and putting Browns on Monday night. You're putting. First off, they still have Thursday night games, so that's enough of a problem. Let alone, don't worry about the flexing games in and out.
Honestly, for some reason, there's nothing more I want to see next Monday night than Eagles-Redskins. I don't know why.
I don't want to watch Eagles-Redskins. But I'm ready for this season to be over.
Why? You still have a playoff opportunity. But honestly, even if it comes down to best case scenario for the Eagles, they still might not get flexed because there's the opportunity that the Steelers and Browns are playing next week for the AFC North title. So that would probably be where they would go.
Yep. This is where it all gets interesting. Teams have to win games to get in. A little bit more reason to put up more points. Blow teams out. Look better.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
I want to talk about the opposite of that. You said you didn't want to talk about the other pick. You want to save it for your card.
Oh no, it wasn't really that important, honestly, and I don't have all the confidence in it. I just threw it in here.
Oh, it's kind of like this Jacksonville theory I have.
Honestly, the same shit.
All right, so I was talking with a friend of mine who will not be named. He has a theory how the Jets still don't get first pick. Jacksonville wins this game against the Bears. Straight up. This is the conversation we had. And I tend to agree with what we were talking about.
I know where this is going.
At best, I'm sure you do because you look ahead to the schedule.
Yes.
At best, they cover, which is fine.
Can I just put something in here real quick?
Go ahead.
All right. Does Bill Belichick have something to do with this?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Continue.
Oh, you bet your sweet ass it does. So, then, a couple weeks, the Jets play the Patriots. You know, they should be locked and loaded to get that sweet little boy, Trevor Lawrence. And guess what? Bill Belichick pulls every starter because they don't need them. They somehow lose. They're out of the playoffs. All these different situations that could lead up to this happening are going to align perfectly with the Jets still somehow not getting Trevor Lawrence. And I'm going to see this through, and I'm taking Jacksonville +9. And I might this could be a game time decision on that money line sprinkle. I doubt it. I don't have the nuts for it. But who knows? Who knows? That's my theory.
I love it. I love it.
Bill Belichick is that petty and will not let a quarterback who people say is that good. I don't know how good he truly is, because the Jets really fucking stink, and they'll be bad with or without him. My honest opinion. But as usual, I just want to throw in my last pick, Jets first quarter over 45.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Love it. Love it.
Games.
Naturally.
Take to the bank.
Yep. NBA time, Morgan, or you want to just not lose more money?
NBA time. I love NBA time. We are back. We are better than ever. We hit a little speed bump on the road, but, it's time to come back and put some winners out there. So we got some great Christmas Day games coming up. Bucks Warriors, that's going to be a good game because the Warriors stink. I was wrong. I had the Nets originally, and I got convinced by this piece of shit over here to flip to the you.
What are you talking? I had the Nets. You had the Warriors the whole time. Run it back, bro.
Greg, did you convince me to flip? One of you two convinced me to flip.
I think I'm the asshole. All
right, this piece of shit over here then convinced me to flip. And I had sat there on Nets all day. Yes, I was feeling great about it. And I flipped mid-show on Monday. I had written down Nets minus 7.5, and I got convinced into flipping. So that fucking sucks. Anyway, the Warriors aren't that great of a team. It's a shame. The Warriors, of all the dynasties types teams, were probably one of the most fun teams to watch during their peak. Just the way that they play basketball. Bucks lost tonight to the Celtics. I didn't really see that coming. Bucks are arguably, if not the second best team in the NBA behind the Lakers. This is a game that they're going to come out, and I think Giannis is going to come out and just try to dominate. And adding Drew Holiday was an extremely underrated move. They paid a ton to get him, but that is an underrated move, and that is a guy who can run with Steph Curry and is going to play all NBA level defense on him the whole night. So I got the Bucks minus 8.5 on Christmas Day. Next one. Anybody want to talk about fade in before I go on my next tangent?
No.
I don't have that game.
You on.
All right.
It's the same mistake you're making again.
Don't try to get in my head. You're not going to do it.
Listen,
I know you. I know there's tricks you're trying to play.
For Greg's watching this right now. Look.
So what we got going on here is we're keeping track throughout the season, obviously, of what our bets are. Billy's trying to get in my head, so I flip, so I lose the bet. So at the end of the day, his picks are better than mine. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen.
It's not like you do it every day to me for college basketball. When I play 15 games on the card and I go 9-4-1.
He had one good day. Let's go out to kook crazy here.
Yeah,
we're usually batting about 5. We're usually playing about 500 ball, but we had one good day.
Well, 500.
You're one game over 500.
Amen, brother.
That's the Phillies' success every year. We're an 83-win team. Anyway, as we continue, Celtics versus the Nets on Christmas Day. Another great game. This might be, I think, the marquee game of the day, actually. As much as I hate the Celtics, I hate the Nets. This is going to be a great game. Celtics are an extremely well-coached team. They play very good team defense. Watching that game tonight, Tristan Thompson was a huge get for the Celtics. Having him down low as a guy who can work on the offensive boards, it's something that he's been kind of lacking for the past few years as an offensive boards kind of guy. He's going to be good. Jason Tatum, I loved him at Duke. I hate him on the Celtics, but he's really starting to kind of come into his own. I like the Celtics +2 against the Nets. I think this is going to be a very close game down to the wire, but I do like the Celtics +2. I'd probably even play the Celtics money line at this one.
I have to disagree. Because what did we talk about last week? The best player in the court wins games. Who's the best player in the court in that game? Oh, wait.
Yeah, best player is Kevin Durant. Yeah. However,
who's the third best? I think Tatum overall is a bigger factor than Kyrie. But who's the third best player in that game? I'll wait.
Honestly, it might be controversial, I would say Jaylen Brown is better than Kyrie at this point. What he brings to the court on both ends, I would take Jaylen Brown over Kyrie.
That's just
Jaylen Brown. Jalen Brown is putting up 20 points a night. He's playing great defense out there. Kyrie's not doing that.
Huh? And what happens when Kemba comes back? He goes back to being useless.
We're not talking about Kemba.
I'm just saying. In like, if he's better than that,
for a 1 o'clock tip. Who is the third best player on the court that game? I'm taking Jalen Brown over Kyrie. I'll give you Kyrie at the 4th best. Sure.
That's bold.
That's definitely a hot take.
That's bold.
I was being nice by saying he was the 3rd best. We're going to you guys. He's definitely the 3rd best. It's not even close.
Yeah, Jason Tatum or Jalen. Fuck with his name. God damn it, Jalen Brown is the 3rd best. You're right.
No.
I'd even venture to say that because I don't know what I'm going to get out of Durant just yet. Durant, I don't think he's going to play all the minutes all the time.
He won't because they'll be up by 30 like they were the other night.
No chance. No shot. Yeah.
They won't be able to keep up with them.
There's no chance.
I listen, bro. Listen, boys and girls at home. You're going to listen to the guy who's 25%. You're going to listen to the guy who's 50%. That's what I'm saying.
This is going to be fun between you guys.
Yeah.
But
it is.
I'm going to go Nets -2.
That's my guy.
I'm Nets -2.
Next Monday, I'm going to come out here. I'm going to buy a Celtics jersey just for the day, and I'll burn it on stream right afterwards. But I'm going to come out here with a nice Jalen Brown jersey just to rub it in when they win this game.
Okay. That's fair. I'll eat that.
That's fair because you're going to lose.
If I win this bet, and I am going to – you think I was crazy on Monday, just get ready for next week. I am coming out swinging.
Listen, you're supposed to be the NBA guy. I hate to have to fade you so early, but
that would be a shame.
It would be a damn shame.
I'm also going to go over 227 in this game.
I like that.
Yep, I do have that.
I think I have decided, although it didn't happen in Game 1 against Golden State, I am a proponent of riding the Nets over every game.
Fair.
I'm going to ride that train until
the end of the year.
Until it just continues to make me money, or until it breaks my bank. Because I just think there's so many scoring opportunities in that lineup, and they could put up 130 like night after night. Yeah. All another team has to do is put up 100. Golden State, they're not a top echelon offense. They play a lot of other teams. Teams could put up 100 with ease these days.
Yep.
And I just think it's not out of the question that they average like 240 points combined in their games, like on a consistent basis. So I'm going to ride that for a little while.
I like that, like especially if like it does pan out, because like at least in college basketball, there's like 3 or 4 teams I do bet on, no matter what the spread is, no matter, or like a Furman over. Say it doesn't matter what it is, I'm taking it. They play the game, I'm betting the over. Just like probably the past decade with Virginia unders, you could set that game at 90, and they're gonna hit the game at 85. That was their goal, was to cover the under.
Right, exactly. And the fact is, I believe in this trend that's not a trend yet, but I want to make it a trend and hop on at the beginning, so I'm not, as I usually am, oh man, this is hit 6-7 games out of the past 8, I should probably get on this, and then it starts to wither away. It's over.
Yeah, you want to make the trend. You don't want to. You don't want to miss the trend.
Exactly.
What else you got from you, Morgan?
All right, my next one. I have the 8-10 tip out on the West Coast. The Showtime Lakers and the Dallas Donchits. I'm excited about this game. This is kind of like the passing of the torch kind of game, in my opinion, with LeBron and Luka. I think Luka is going to be the face of the NBA over Giannis for the next decade very soon. I don't have an actual play on the game yet itself, but what I do have is I'm taking the over 229.5. These teams are going to put up points. And I think the Lakers are going to be pissed about that opening night embarrassing performance that they did. I got on the call with LeBron last night, and I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? I put money on you tonight. I'm expecting you to show out for me. He was like, Morgan, I'm so sorry. I played like crap. Our team, we came out a little sluggish, but we got a big game on Christmas against Dallas. We're going to come out here. I'm going to put up a 120 spot with the team here. We're going to put up points. I was like, all right, Bron, I'm locking it in right now. Bron's and the Lakers are going to put up at least $120 for me. Maybe I'll text Luka tomorrow and be like, hey, man, I need 100. I need 110. That's it. Nothing too crazy.
You definitely need 110. You can't have the 100.
Yeah. My math skills weren't great right there for a second. But I do like I love the over in this game. I think these two teams, it's going to be defense in the beginning of the season is going to be, I mean, you saw tonight, there's no defense. There's going to be a lot of figuring things out. These two teams, especially the Lakers, there's a lot of new faces, a lot of new communication needs to get done. I'm probably leaning Lakers minus 6.5. But I don't know yet. I'm still up on the air on that one.
I'm after what I watched opening night with the Lakers, they don't want to play. They don't. They just flat out did not want to play that game. And therefore, I will not be betting any side on the Lakers. And I don't hate the over, but I just won't be betting on the Lakers till they decide they want to play basketball. And so LeBron faces the right way during an important under 6 minutes game in the game. You know?
That's fair. And if they drop this next game to the Mavericks and they start the season 0-2,
then I'll hop on.
Then you hop on that Lakers train.
On that third game.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hop on that Lakers train.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And it wouldn't shock me if it happened. It really wouldn't.
No. That line should be smaller, I think. Should be 3.
It'll be interesting to see where it moves in the next 24 hours. And then even just leading up to tip on Friday. There's going to be some movement on it. I think a lot of money is going to come in on the Mavericks. So we'll see what happens.
I don't know. The Lakers are the biggest public team there is, I think.
They're up there. But then last game I'll have on the NBA slate as of this moment, I'm sure there will be more, as there always is that last tip of the night at 10:40 p.m. Nuggets Clippers. Another one. This game is it's at a -1 to the Clippers right now. It's almost a pick 'em for me. So we're going to see where that moves. But one thing I will take with this one is the over 223 points combined. Paul George played great last night. Didn't see that coming. I think Paul George stinks, but he played great. Kawhi's a top 5 guy in the NBA. And tonight Denver came out there. They lost Jamal Murray very early with that foul out, which sucked for our fantasy basketball league for a certain person who has him on their roster. So I think they're going to come out. I did like what I saw of the complimentary players for Denver this evening, where you took out that number 2 guy behind Jokic, and Michael Porter stepped up. He had 22 points last night. Saw Will Barton had put up 18 points. So their complimentary pieces really stepped up, which I very much like. So it's going to be interesting to see where that goes. So I definitely like the over in this game.
Yeah, I agree. I do like that over. For anything, it's because it's a low number. And
what is it?
It's 223.
223. You said 1. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm phone.
I'm still. I was staring at something that's on my card for college basketball.
Okay.
What's going on over there, Morgan? You right?
I needed a drink.
You're very giddy today.
What are you guys, my mom?
I just hear everything.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, this is a good Christmas slate. I'm very excited about these games. I really do wish that the NBA would have tipped off for the opener on Christmas Day. I think that would have been a great get for them just to open the season on Christmas. Because the Christmas Day games are always just great games. But, I'm glad the NBA's here now.
I'm honestly happy they didn't, so I didn't have to watch that garbage fucking Lakers game and me losing money based on your bet everything you own on it, which I did because I'm not an idiot, unlike you. And I'm not watching that with my family. Just not going to do it. Just not gonna do it.
So, and to anybody watching this, when I come out just draining them from 3 this week in these NBA plays, Monday, Wednesday, this upcoming week, it's like Mardi Gras. We're going to town.
Sure we are. Sure we are, Morgan. Sure we are.
All right.
No, I don't hate all your picks at all. I'm on the Bucks, and I'm on the over. But I'm on the Nets. The Nets are just a better team.
Mm-hmm.
So, you on any opposite sides of Morgan, Craig, or besides the Nets?
Yeah, I only have 2 plays really for Christmas. Could be more by the time it comes around. Who knows? But yeah, I'm on the Nets, which would be against Morgan, and I have, I guess, the only game we didn't talk about: Pelicans +5. They look good tonight. They look good. They beat a good Raptors team. Raptors, they underwhelmed a little bit in this game. They're better than the game they played, but I think the Pelicans are going to be a pretty good team. They lost Drew Holiday, but they got Eric Bledsoe. It's like, sure, it's a little bit of a downgrade, but when he's not the main focus, regardless, it doesn't mean all too much. He's the number 3 scorer on that team. And as long as his vision is there, he'll find Zion, he'll find Brandon Ingram, and they'll do the dirty work. But yeah, that being said, I have Pelicans +5 against the Heat, but I also have under 226. Just for the fact that, we both know that the Heat can score points. Pelicans can score points. But the Heat, I think last year they were like the number 1, number 2 defense. And, they lost to the Magic tonight, but I see better things ahead.
Interesting. I'm waiting to see what I get out of Zion and that whole waiting a couple games. Like I said, I'm not a big NBA guy, but I do know value when I see one. That's why I only played 1 game today. No offense to Morgan, because I'm just sometimes there's some sports I'm just smarter with my money than others. Should I have played 15, 16 college basketball games yesterday? Probably not. Did I? Absolutely. Because I know every pick. I know what I'm doing. Sometimes it doesn't hit. Today, I didn't expect Rutgers to not score in the last 9 minutes of the game and blow the money line. They were up 6 the entire game, and they just lose by 12. But it's nothing I can do. But as far as the NBA goes, I don't know. I don't know too much about it. I know the players, but I don't know the gambling ins and outs of it yet. So I'm staying away from the Pelicans till I know more.
It's fair.
My worry with the Pelicans, I'm not a fan of Stan Van Gundy as a coach. I don't think he's a very interesting fit for that team. Just the style of basketball, where he is such an old school coach, and you have an extremely young team. And I think it worked out for them so far. But getting rid of Drew Holiday, who's your leader, a big, very underrated thing that you kind of need to have in the NBA is those veteran leader kind of guys who are established and been there. And you took one away who was in a sense like the captain of that team down there. Now, yes, you have JJ Redick, who can still guys are going to respect him and everything like that. But you don't really have that guy anymore. With such a young team, you kind of need that. The Sixers did that for a while when Joel Embiid's rookie year. They had Luka Mbamute, who was kind of that guy on the bench who didn't play or anything, hardly played at all, but was there to guide that young team. You've seen it with the Heat for years now. Udonis Haslem doesn't sniff the court, but he's constantly brought back to that team. You know, because they've gone through transition. You got a lot of young players. That's a really underrated factor. You know, to have almost that extra coach on the bench kind of thing. I love where the Pelicans go. Pelicans could be like the Miami Dolphins this year. You know, maybe I think Pelicans next year, because if you were, they're going to start to take off. Maybe they peak a year early, kind of like how the Dolphins are doing. But I think I'd probably lean the opposite way. I think I'd go Heat in this game for this one. You know, Heat coming off a loss. I don't go against Jimmy Butler. That dude's a dog. I absolutely love him.
Yeah. I love Jimmy Butler as well. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that one plays out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Morgan's been wrong a lot. My time for him to right the ship on the only game of the slate he's not playing. Who knows?
That game will be played. I will promise it right now. I will I'll play on that game.
Pop off on Twitter.
I will have a play on that game.
Sure. You know, listen, guys. For me, it depends how well I'm feeling. You know, how my Christmas went. You know, if I got a couple extra gift cards. You know, from the family. Who knows? Who knows how I'm gonna play? But for sure, for me, I'm taking the Bucks -8, and the Nets -2.5. Most likely take the over on the Clippers Nuggets. Just following Morgan's lead. He's got to hit one. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this slander to be over.
Oh, man. I hope it never ends. I love it. Morgan didn't answer me for like the last 48 hours.
I believe it. Morgan, fact is, you could go 5-0 and Billy could go 0-5, but
it won't matter.
Then we just start talking about Carson Wentz.
In Morgan's defense, though, he didn't answer for the past 48 hours because I was on a 48-hour just bender, just nonstop drinking, and it's been rough. You know, I was telling Billy, Greg, before you got on screen that Kevin and I, for the finale last night, we're in rough shape, and Kevin came into my kitchen and grabbed this pot to put right next to his face on the couch because we were in such bad shape.
Nice.
That's fun.
You know, I wear my losses on the chest. I'm a man of honor. If I lose, I lose, and I will humbly accept my defeat. However, when I win, there is no humbleness with me. I will be cocky. I will be boisterous, and you'll know I won. You're going to hear me from here in Pennsylvania.
You're going to hear my roar. That's all I hear.
I will be that drum left and right.
All I hear is, I'm a real boy. Let's just run through the cards real quick, and then let's close it out, Morgan. I'm very, very tired. It's very late, and people want to go to bed because it's Christmas time. I have Chargers -3. I'll take it up to 5, 6, 7. It doesn't matter. They're going to win by double digits. The Raiders versus Dolphins under 48. I'll take it 48, 49, 47, 46. There's something strange about this line. I don't like it. Vegas knows something that we don't, and I lean Dolphins. I'll probably wind up taking that as well. Rams money line because Morgan even had a minor thought that it was Seattle, and that just proves that it's a square line. So it's Rams all the way. Of course, the Jets first quarter over 0.5. That's a lock. Bills -6.5. If it never reaches 6.5, I have it at 6.5. So I expect the line to move down. It's currently at 7. I'll buy the 6. I'll tell you right now. I'll buy the 0.5. And Jacksonville -9 to fulfill the Bill Belichick prophecy. And for the NBA, I have we just went over. I had the Bucks -8.5, Nets -2.5, and Clippers Nuggets over 223. And for college basketball, I have Wisconsin money line. They're the better shooting team, the better team from the line, better rebounding team. Therefore, I'll be taking them over Michigan State, who's been tilting. I don't know what their issue is. They have no point guard, and when you don't have a point guard, you don't win games. And I'm taking the Maryland Purdue under 136, even though I think this line is going to move up to probably 138, 139. I'll still take it 136. Purdue isn't very, very, very good on offense. Either is Maryland. They like low-scoring games. It should be around 125. And that's my card for the week.
It's a good card. Sounds like a lot of losers there for you.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it does.
All right, so we'll go over to my card. The card that you really want to follow. These are going to be winners. I produce winners. You know, we have stretches here where you go a little cold. Okay, it happens. You know, Michael Jordan didn't make every free throw his entire career, but I will. So, Dolphins -3. And we're going to take right there. I'm going to take Giants +11 versus the Ravens. Rams +1. I have officially flipped on that one. I am with y'all on that pick now. I'm going to take the under 47.5. Titans +3.5 against the Packers. And we will take the Bills -7 on Monday Night Football against the Patriots. Then we go to Christmas Day, which we kind of just touched on, obviously. Bucks -8.5 points. Celtics +2 and over 227 against the Nets. Lakers, Mavs over 229.5. Nuggets, Clippers over 223 points.
Beautiful.
Well
Greg, you have a
done.
card for us?
Well done. Yes, sir. I have Colts -1.5 on the road against the Steelers. I have Eagles, which I have recently found out is -2.5. I wish I was getting the +3.
You know why? Because they know that Carson Wentz won't even be in pads.
Yeah, that's worth 5.5 points. Still taking it. So, Eagles -2.5. I'm going to sprinkle on the over 49.5. I have Miami -3. My play that I didn't say earlier, and I'm not going to give an explanation now, but Bengals +8.
That's a dumb bet.
It might be.
Yeah.
We'll sprinkle it in.
Yeah,
and we're not going to talk about it.
If it's 9, I take it.
9 means nothing.
9 means
All
more
right.
than 8. 8's a dumb number.
Anyway.
Spoken like a true degenerate. I love it.
I'm just saying, it's a dumb number. That's all I'm saying.
We're moving to NBA Christmas.
Fair.
Pelicans +5. And under 226. Last but not least, Nets -2 and over 227 and overs until you're broke.
That's fine. I might have to hop on that over with you. I like that. Before we close the show out, I want to say like 3 or 4 things, and then we'll get out of here. First,
this sounds like more Morgan slander about
that. Morgan has nothing to do with Morgan, I promise you. I'll say it right before I pass it over to you. But first things first, to the AP polls for college basketball, if you don't rank Hofstra in the next week or so, you're dead to me, and then you guys mean nothing. Same thing goes for San Diego State. They just blew out a very good team. You guys, let me vote. Just give me the vote. I'll tell you who the best teams are. Furman, same thing. I think it should be a fan vote. High five, buddy.
That's I like raising my hand to speak next now.
Oh, go ahead. I'll give you something. Go ahead. Go right ahead.
So speaking of AP polls, fuck the AP polls. Notre Dame should not be in the college football playoff. They are not the number 4 team. Texas A&M should be in that number 4 spot right now. It is an absolute farce to put Notre Dame in there after the beating that they just took to Clemson. Well, okay, I'm done. That was my rant right there.
I'll just run off of that real quick. Just because there's a reason why I don't really watch too much college football is because of how rigged that system is. It's absurd. That's why I've never gotten crazy into it. College basketball, the rankings at the end of the day, they mean nothing because you have the tournament. And the best team wins. It's that simple. But the next thing I want to say... No, go ahead.
No, I'm making noise now.
Next thing I want to say is support local businesses. I said this on FFD. Support your family restaurants, your mom and pop fucking clothing stores. It means more to them than you'll ever know. And Merry Christmas. Happy and healthy. And Morgan, unless Greg's got something to say before Christmas ends. You want to give him a nice send off?
Yeah, Merry Christmas, all.
Oh,
Merry Christmas.
So bad.
Yeah, what do you want me to say? We're sending off. I'm as tired as you are, bro. I'm as tired as you are.
All right, and now back to the worst gambler on earth to close out the show. Go right ahead.
Yes, as Billy said, support your local businesses. As Greg said, Merry Christmas. I mean, such illustrious words that he had. Merry Christmas,
yes, sir.
happy holidays to everybody out there. Thank you for all those who are watching this, who are listening to this on Spotify, who put up with our nonsense, who sit there and listen to me ramble on for 2 hours with my shirt off and a fucking fedora on and sunglasses and a cigar when I am just drunk out of my mind. We love doing this. Clearly, we've said it a billion times. We're going to keep doing it. We love having Greg in here with us. You know, it's really, we're going to keep adding and get this show really going for everybody. So keep checking us out. Again, at Betting Diagonal on Twitter. We're putting their cards in there every day. The stuff that we don't talk about right now. You know, the stuff that Billy doesn't want to talk about that is losers, they are all on there. So they are on the official score sheets. He doesn't want to talk about those. It makes sense. I wouldn't want to either when I'm putting out losers left and right. If you check out my card, though, on there, which both Billy and I will also put onto our personal Twitter feeds as well. I'm putting out winners for you guys. I'm going to keep putting out winners. There might be a day here or there where I get hiccups kind of thing. It's not the corona. It's just a hiccup for that day. So, we just wanted to get you guys out there. Take a look at us on those feeds. And
I got one more thing to say. Go follow Greg on Twitter. I don't know what your thing is. He just rejoined Twitter the other day.
Yeah, I need some followers.
I'm not letting him post any pics on Twitter until he gets his fucking following up. He's got fucking 4 followers.
Four followers? I don't even know who they are.
It's me, Betting the Diagonals, Sean, and Mike.
Is it?
Yeah. It's me, and Sean.
All right, awesome. Well, I do need more. Follow me. And if you want winners, get me some followers because I can't put out any picks until.
Yep. Yeah, we won't release his picks, his guaranteed locks. Follow at Mo Watts 26, right? At Mo Watts 26. I'm Billy FFD. Betting the Diagonal. Like, follow, subscribe on YouTube. Like, subscribe, download on Spotify. Happy and healthy Christmas, and we'll see you before the new year.
Slide into our DMs. Slide into the Betting Diagonal DMs. Let us see what you got. You want to go against us on something? Bring it. Come at me. Come fade against me. I'll go all week, all night long against everybody. I'm here for 15 rounds.
Yes, sir. Till I don't know when we're going to record next. Probably Monday or Wednesday. We're going to try. I want to do twice a week, guys. I like twice a week. I like having Greg on here. Now he's got a little spunk today. A little
spunk. I had a good day.
Yeah, you had a good day. A little spunk. Till next time. Best of luck. We'll see you next week, you degenerates.